Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Theresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be an astrological tarot reading for March. This is for Scorpio. So anyone with significant Scorpio placement in your chart, you could be cross-watching, or you could be affected by Pluto in Capricorn, because Pluto is ruling Scorpio. It's kind of the only thing really going on. The moon is in Scorpio on the 3rd and 4th, and also the 31st of March. So there's this sort of like early onset before even the new moon, and then it's like checking in again after the full moon. So it's sort of like there might be like a repeat cycle that almost mimics the Mercury retrograde of February. So again, there might be like a little bit of a repeater lesson, or a let's edit this kind of energy. Okay. So the spread that I'm doing for March is my Triptych Door, and it's a shorter reading than the ones I've been doing, only because I was called to do those other spreads. This one is looking at the union of two opposites, so I have two smaller doors here and then a bigger one in the middle. I'm using the Thoth deck and the Syrian Starseed. So not all of these are inverted. There's one right there that's upright. It's like, can't get the front of the cards and the back of the cards in focus at the same time. I'm not using my music deck for March because it's in reconstruction. I'm drawing cards for it now. I rearranged the music, changed some of the songs, moved a couple of other ones, so it's not available to me right now. I think that was all I needed to talk about, so let's get into this reading. I'm like, okay, I'm going to flip this one over. I'm like, God, that's wrong. I'm going to do this one first. Oh, my retinas. Okay. 6 of Cups inverted. So here it says pleasure. And I get this idea of, like, this isn't really fun anymore. 6 of Cups is traditionally the sun in Scorpio, so Scorpio showing up in their own reading. But here it's the moon in Scorpio, and I was talking about the moon in Scorpio, bringing in this edit repeater kind of energy. You know, it's like, this used to be fun when I was a kid, but now not so much. Like, and usually when I see Scorpionic energy inverted, it's like I need to go deeper. Like, why? What's the undercurrent? Like, why did I do this to begin with? What was I using it as an escape from? And I was like, if I heal and grow, then I do it, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, I don't... Like, why should I keep doing this if it doesn't serve any purpose for me now? Like, you know... Like, I used to drink all the time because it made me feel better. And now when I drink, I just remember that I remember the things I was avoiding. Kind of an energy. So we have Princess of Cups here inverted. Alright, so the Page of Cups inverted, 11 inverted, coming off of a 6. So there's a difference of 5. There's like a turtle here. Heroes on a half shell, turtle power. When I look at her in the screen, this doesn't look like her arm and shoulders there. It looks like a beard coming off. I was like, what the hell? There's a swan here and a fish. There's a geometric pattern. All right. Princess of Cups. What is she up to? So I've assigned the Page of Cups energy Neptune. And this is coming inverted. And it's kind of giving me this, like, look what happens when Mercury goes into Pisces. Look what happens when hang on, there was something else. Look what happens while the sun is in Pisces. So there's only actually 4 days there, from the 16th to the 20th. The Venus? Yeah, Venus in Pisces from in that same time period. Yep. And then the new moon happens in Pisces as well. So here it's like, I'm looking at what used to happen. I'm in this, I'm like over my head trying to start leveling up in this sort of gauntlet between the 2 moon and Scorpio phases, and this gauntlet between between planets shifting through Pisces in a cluster right around the time of the new moon. Now I have the 9 of Cups. This is entirely Cups, which should be something Scorpio can handle, being a water elemental. Scorpio is the fiery water sign, but it's sort of like of the deep. A little bit more like liquid hot magma than anything, right? We're looking at the water that's like in the Marianas Trench. But look at here, what's coming in the middle is a 9 of Cups, 9 of Chalices. It's like sort of partway between the 6 and the 11. Well, the energy is Jupiter in Pisces, which is interesting. I've heard a couple people say that Jupiter rules Pisces, and it must have used to before they discovered Neptune. And it gives me this idea of like having been happy in the old ways. But it's like you get no pleasure from it anymore, and it's like having to like reconfigure or get a new understanding of what it is that makes you happy. But let me see what's on the bottom of the deck, because I feel like I'm going around in circles. So now I have 8 of Cups here. This is called indolence, and I had to look that up because I didn't really know what it meant. And it means to be a slacker. Right? It's like, I don't want to do it the new way. It's hard. 8 of Cups. Inverted. Like, I'm not walking away from that which doesn't serve me anymore. But I also saw 17 here, and I see 17 here, even though they're going in opposite directions. But now I have the 7 of Flames inverted. Right? I'm letting down my guard. In 715, Devil energy. I'm like moving through a block of some kind. right? This is like being on the defensive. Like I don't want to do it because I feel unprotected, because whatever I was doing previously that made me feel better was giving me some kind of protection, but it's like tearing the Band-Aid off. When you've been scared to look at the damage, basically. You know, like I didn't want to put the work into healing, but the result here is you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Fifth Element. And they're in Egypt, and the guy's like, Aziz, light. And then the friggin' spaceship shines its light into the window, and he's like, much better, thank you, Aziz. And it's like, that's not what you think it is. It's a whole nother level. You know, it's like going from, you know, a reflection of illumination into, you know, taking the elevator up to the next level. So there's it's like the universe is pushing people to essentially increase emotional health during this time. And I've seen that in other signs. That sort of Scorpio kind of does it a little differently. There's a lot of it's like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to start out in the deepest part of the trench, where, like, at the root of the infection, basically. Because I don't have time to dick around when it comes to creating happiness for myself. I gotta get in, I gotta get out, I gotta get in there by the end of the month. Right? So that's Scorpio for March. Alright. If you want to get a personal reading, oh, I gotta change the battery. It's not gonna really help me. Okay. The list is gonna be underneath this video. You can email me, thecatcamebackatcamp@gmail.com. If you want to contribute to my continued employment here on my channel, you can hit that tip jar, donation, energy exchange, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. If you want something for that, there's merch and prints and actual art items. Over here, I've got coloring books, dark poetry. The coupon code 3star17 on Etsy, you get 17% off a purchase of 3 or more items. That includes chapbook packs. It's like synchronicity stimulus. It's kind of like a throwdown here in the video, where it's just images and writing, and sometimes numbers if you can read my handwriting. And those are like $3 and something, $3.25, $3.75, something like that. And they, again, discount if you get a few of them. And then I've got, you know, drawings and paintings and stuff. So anywhere between like $15 and $160 or whatever the hell I'm charging. And then, you know, shirts and stuff and postcards and prints for your wall and things like that. And that's psychedelic stuff, fashiony stuff, Sleipnir, plushies, foam lotus, and again, coloring books. So that's all available. Everything's through the link tree, so linktr.ee/CATtheMinion. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Check out my playlists tab, my discussion tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.